Picture this, you're a video game developer and after years of losing so much money to hackers, you finally found a way to defeat them. But within a few days of launching, the game is all over the internet, for free with all paid features available. Again, for free. What also happened to Ubisoft when they launched Assassin's Creed 2 in 2009? Somebody had built something on Earth no one could ever break. Millions of dollars went into it, but the whole thing got cracked in just 9 days. You might say, well, it was 2009, so anti-piracy systems weren't that great. Well, fast forward to 2023, and it gets worse. Hogwarts Legacy, which was one of the most hyped games in recent years, was made by Warner Brothers, who spent fortunes on the nouveau protection, which everyone called uncrackable. The hacking community treated it like a fun weekend project and beat it in only 48 hours. Yeah, 4 and 8. But how did these underground coding geniuses keep winning against huge game companies? How do you get paid games for free? Future game developers, you might want to pay extra attention. Let us start way back when things were simple. In the old floppy disk era, games didn't really know who you were. You just checked for serial keys, kind of like a VIP pass at a club. Pirates quickly figured out how to copy these keys and spread them all over the internet, which cost millions of dollars in losses for the companies. So developers came up with a new plan. Instead of putting the keys on the disk, they hid it inside thick game manuals. When you install the game, it asks you to type the code, say from page 14 paragraph 2. Hackers didn't care one bit. They just scanned the entire game manual and uploaded it as a PDF so anyone could download it and find every single page. The 1990s rolled in with CD-ROMs and secure ROM protection. The developers promised it was impossible to crack, and the game demanded the real physical disks to stay in the drive the whole time. But hackers found this almost funny. They wrote tiny patches that tricked the game into believing the disk was always there, even when the drive sat completely empty. This is exactly why you remember so many pirated games using virtual disks. These are just fake drives created by clever software. As games got bigger, companies switched to more clever keys like Doom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hackers reverse engineered the pattern and built programs called keygens that spat out endless valid keys automatically. Well, in response to this, developers created complex offline math formulas baked right into the game, so no internet was needed to check your key. On paper, it looks solid. Hackers stayed 2 steps ahead and started using powerful tools like Idea Pro to find the exact spots where games checked for licenses. Then they either deleted the checks completely or reprogrammed it so it always returned a yes answer no matter what. So what was big game developers' solution to this problem? Well, fast forward to the 2010s and the real monsters like the Nouveau and other heavy DRMs show up. DRM acts like an overzealous bouncer that never leaves your side. It keeps pinging the server again and again to make sure you really own the game, not just once but constantly while you play. It all goes way beyond that. It protects the entire code by injecting tons of fake paths, scrambling logic and planting booby traps everywhere so the real structure stays hidden. When the game runs, the Nouveau encrypts the entire whole executable files and only decrypts tiny chunks of the code exactly when they are needed, like during a cutscene or big gunfights. At the same time, it watches for anything suspicious, scanning for debuggers, RAM modifications, or weird tools running in the background. If one single thing looks off, the Nouveau corrupts the entire code on purpose, and the game starts acting wild. This is why some cracked versions of GT4 had cameras spinning like crazy, or cars suddenly accelerating for no reason. Those glitches were the Nouveau's way of fighting back. I think this is the right time to click the like and the subscribe button. Yeah, thank you. So how do hackers beat this trick? Well, they started by buying the games themselves to get the clean, untouched files. Experienced crackers can look at binary structures and instantly know if it's protected by plain DRM or full de novo. File up tools like ODBG to watch the game's brain while it runs, seeing every check for Steam or Epic ownership. For real DRM, they just find the ownership check and rip it out. But the Nouveau makes this part brutal because of all the fake paths and traps. The main trick that works is something called memory matching or memory dumping. Tools like Goldberg Emulator or custom loaders run special programs before you launch the game. The loader injects its own code straight into the game's active memory. When the DRM check happens, the loader jumps in, intercepts the question, and gives a perfect false yes answer. The game keeps running totally normal, but nothing on the hard drive actually changes. All the magic happens in the memory, so by the time the anti-cheat looks around, evidence has already vanished. This is why many modern cracks come with separate little executable files that works like a digital magician, creating temporary illusions. For full offline cracks that needs no loader, hackers do something even more crazier. While the Nouveau decrypts those small code chunks during play, they grab copies of the decrypted pieces straight from the memory and save them. But since only tiny parts unlock at a time, the team has to play every single mission, finish every possible ending, trigger every animation, and explore every single corner of the map. Let's collect all the fragments. This is why cracking big modern games can take weeks or months of non-stop work. Once they have every piece, they go back to Idea Pro to clean up everything, removing all fake paths, junk functions, and traps. One single leftover fake line could make the whole game crash, freeze, or do random weird stuff, so the cleaning step is pure torture. Other times, especially for always online games, groups build complete fake server setups that perfectly copy the real company servers and always answers yes, this player is legit. One of the boldest moves happened with Metro Exodus, where hackers got into the real Steam developers account and tricked Valve's own system into handing out genuine activation keys. Just so you understand how massive this is, these hackers do not work alone in darkroom. The group runs like real studios with programmers, reverse engineers, testers and packagers. They race to be the first every time a new de novo game drops, and many of these experts later get hired by some big game companies because they know the protection better than the people who made it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and click on this video because you'll definitely enjoy it.